Bob's waiting for me in the driveway. There you go.
Hello, hello.
Hop on in.
You'll have to.
Got your bag of goodies, do you?
Before you leave, I'll have to. Or you know, when we come back, I'll take you inside real quick and show you my new setup.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the seatbelt on you, okay?
Well, I can do it. Don't worry.
Thank you, thank you.
I got it. I got it. I was already in the process of thinking about it.
Very, very good.
I don't go anywhere without it.
Too bad we couldn't get KLZ or get
I know.
Nick, but that's all right.
I didn't hear either one of them.
Losers.
Yeah, losers.
No.
I know. I'm
There's your
joking.
antenna. There's your fan dipole. I see them all right there.
Isn't that neat that they let me do that?
Mm-hmm.
That is such a blessing. The only thing the new president asked was, don't put up anything else.
Oh, just let you put up whatever you want.
I told her, you know, that I might have to replace some because, you know, things wear out.
Right.
But I won't put up anything. I'm happy.
Get a tri-bander up there with a 100-foot tower.
Yeah, right.
I always thought that'd be nice, but the maintenance on that stuff.
I know. That's why. And there's no rotors on any of those antennas.
Yeah, rotors are maintenance, and then an antenna
Yes.
that high is maintenance with wind, possible damage, and all that. And to get that high is a pain in the butt. You need a lift. You need a crane.
Mike went up and I stayed on the inside, you know, like for the TV antennas, and we directionalized. You know, I put attenuation in line and got the signals so weak, you know, that the only way they would come in is when the antenna was right, you know, pointed exact. And then I took it back out, of course, you know, when we were done. So one's for Detroit, one's for Toledo, and there's a special one for 27 because they have not only do I like their programming, but they have a reading service for the blind on their highest dash channel.
Now you said these are your television?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I've got one for Lucas County, a small beam, and then an FM broadcast beam.
Nice.
And then the two verticals and the 6-meter loop and the fan dipole. And that's I don't need anything else, Scott. I'm happy. You know.
It's all pretty consolidated. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room, really. It doesn't.
Except for the dipole.
Well, the dipole, but even that isn't that bad. It's not taking up a whole lot of room out there.
And it's not.
I don't think.
You know, you should see some of the ways that people put up antennas. It's real ugly, and you know.
Oh, I know.
And if you could see what I want to do when you get back, I want to take you around and let you look at how nice Mike did it. The coaxes all come down in PVC. You know, there's a weather head at the top, and for both mounts they all come down in PVC, and then there's a box at the bottom, you know, so they can turn and go into the house. You know, so all you see is the tubing and the antennas. You don't see any. You know, you don't see a ton of cables and a bunch of junk.
Yeah, I need help with my cable. As much as I have very little.
Mike was, you know, he's worked in commercial stuff, so he knows how to.
He knows how to make it look nice.
Yeah. And plus, I was concerned, like if one of the GMRS guys, you know, they'd have to cut my PVC to get to the cables. You never know, Scott, because I had one of them came over and did some mischief over here. They my main shutoff for the electricity is on the outside of the condo.
Okay.
They shut it off, and then they also did the same thing to my air conditioner. You know, they opened up the box and did the air conditioner. They did both of them. So they now have padlocks.
Oh, what do you mean they did? Somebody came over and vandalized you?
Yeah, and when they did that, Gary had a antenna up, and then there was some flower pots. You know, they knocked a bunch of stuff over too, along with turning both of those things off. So you know it was deliberate.
Well, that sucks. You think it was somebody that you knew? That
I know it was. Okay. Because the neighbors saw enough of it, but we didn't get video, so I can't prove it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But so I've got padlocks now on the air conditioner and the main electrical cutoff.
Yeah, you don't need any of that. You don't need any. Nobody needs vandalism or anything like that.
They knocked over some flower pots, and then Gary had a bird feeder out. They knocked that off, and he had an antenna up, and they cut the wire and pulled the antenna down. It was just a wire, but you know.
It's Pain in the butt. You got to replace all that.
Yes, yes.
Come on, person, go ahead.
When he was still living with me.
Yeah. Is he still on the radio?
Some. He passes traffic, and he's living in off of Upton someplace. There's a business and there's an apartment above it. I can't remember the exact details.
What's his call sign?
K8JCR.
K8JCR. I don't know if I've ever talked to that guy.
He's and he used to be a long time ago. You won't remember this, but he used to be WD8SDO.
I'm surprised he got rid of that. That's a good call sign.
And because of what he did back then, back in the 80s, his dad had a bunch of sewage treatment facilities for, like, gas stations and things that were way out in the country where they weren't in an actual town. And so Gary would go around and maintain those.
Well, it's like the same era that you got your call sign.
Yes. So we jokingly called him Sewer Department of Ohio.
Funny.
SDO.
That's a great call sign.
I know, but he wanted to get... Well, the reason why he got the call that he got is when he became a Christian, JCR, Jesus Christ Reigns.
Okay.
I mean, I understand why he did it, but I like that other call sign, too, SDO, Sewer Department of Ohio.
Well, WD8, too.
I know.
That's an early... I don't even know if you can find those. There might be some out there, I guess.
I'm not... I've actually had a few people suggest that I change my call. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not going to happen.
Nah.
Then you wouldn't be able to call me PIC anymore.
Nah,
you wouldn't be able to talk about PIC portions. I know there's too many people. You'd be amazed.
No, that's your full-blown identity.
And I'll be out someplace, and somebody else, recognize my laugh or whatever it is. They'll put two and two together, and they'll say, "Are you Bob from Sylvania?"
Yes.
And then they'll tell me how they were having a bad day or whatever it was, and I helped them out, just by the attitude or by information that I gave out or whatever it was, and that's, Scott, that's part of my ministry, is to help people.
What about Hamfest? Do you get a lot of people that come up to you at Hamfest?
Yeah, especially when I have a call sign on, of course.
Yeah, that helps. Or you see a blind guy, you're like, well, there's a blind guy. I think that might be Bob. No, that's not Bob.
Yeah,
you can tell by the way you talk.
I've got the neatest, one of my 3 call hats. It's got the stars and stripes on it. Like our flag. And then it's got my name and call.
Yeah, I've seen one of your hats. Actually, I have a picture with one of your hats on my head, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
When you were over, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Or when I was over at your house, I'm sorry. When I brought Sid over,
Yeah. And behind the audio equipment is that picture that you made for me.
Yeah. You can probably deal with another one. Get some of your other buddies. Some people don't like their picture taken or video or anything.
If you have any more.
No, I don't.
Was that all the pictures that you had?
I still have. I might have. There's probably more. I mean, I don't think I put every picture I had in that montage there. But,
yeah. Because I appreciate you guys. All of you.
It's up here. We're not far from Tony Packos. We don't have to go all the way downtown now.
No.
I like going to the original.
Oh,
Packos.
I know, and I would have went if that's the only place that we had. As long as you wouldn't have minded driving.
Nah, not at all.
I haven't been to any of the Packos in ages. The last time I was there was, I forget how many years ago it was, but Ed, we got together after a fest or something.
LPQ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Ed and it was shortly after the Bob's DMR went up.
Yeah.
And Kyle CMC was down from Detroit and a bunch of other people, and we got together at a Packos.
I think those guys go out to eat fairly regularly. I think they go to American Table, or they go, I think there's a big group of those guys that go out.
Well, where they go now, where we've been going now, is Golden Corral.
Okay, so you go with them then
for
too.
breakfast when I have transport. The one, that might be Nick, but if it is, you won't be able to hear him.
I've got my better antenna on the roof here. I'm going to turn in here.
That might have been Nick.
KB8UXT W8XDX. Are you out there, Nick? Plus the intersection, you sometimes pick up RF in different intersections here.
I don't know if he'll hear you or not. You might have to go to 50 watts or something if you have.
You want me to park in the blind space here?
Blind space? Blind space?
Let me see. Let me go. Let me find a good parking place.
Are there any cars here at all?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh, my. Yeah, it's busy.
Oh, cool.
Unless there's people parking back here to use it for another reason.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do we have a door over here? I just want to get a decent.
Oh, I get it. I'm with you.
Place. Yeah, I think we're right here. We'll be all right.
Do I go to the front or the back when I get out?
You'll be going to the back.
Okay.
You'll be turning right.
Yeah, okay, that's all I need to know.
Yep.
So don't make the wrong turn, make the right turn.
Correct. That is correct.